Hello and welcome to the second devlog of Gravity Assist. So in this video, I actually finished the prototype of my game, Gravity Assist. It works pretty well, it looks pretty cool, and I hope you guys enjoy. So the first thing I did was to add some code to delete the planet behind me after I log on to a new planet. So here's a clip of that. Okay, so the progress that I made is now, if I fly around a little bit and get to the next planet, the planet behind you gets destroyed. So if I fly over here, you can see in the scene view right now, all the planets behind me are getting destroyed. So that's pretty good optimization. I mean, I'll take it. And yeah. Okay, so I've been doing some testing in my game, and I've now concluded that it is way too freaking hard to play. So let me show you. I changed the planets to a more like staggered design, which makes them a little bit easier to go around. But for like many reasons, it's just very hard to do. Like there, I'm just like not doing anything. I get flung out, and in the real game, your game would be over since you can't see any of the planets. Of course, I haven't implemented that, but it just wouldn't really work. So I think I might just finish this build, make it playable, like where you have to restart and whatever. But what I want to do next is actually make a like field of planets, so they would randomly generate around the little like triangle spaceship thingy as it flies around, and your score indicator, because right now your score, you can't see it obviously, it's printed in the console right now, so I got like 4 score. Each planet I orbit around is a score. But in like a field of planets, the score would be calculated based on how many like fuel thingies you pick up. I think that's kind of how I'm thinking of this, because right now this game is super hard. I think it'd be super fun to like release on like ish.io and just to like showcase this kind of feature. I think it's pretty cool, and you could see like how good you're at something like this, because it's really hard. I suck at it. And if this is going to be a mobile game, you definitely don't want something like this. But yeah, so I'm going to take a new direction in this project. Okay, so now I have a score and a high score GUI, which works pretty well. And it's super insecure when I'm saving and loading my high score. I'm using player prefs, which everyone says you're not supposed to do, but I always do that. I can't really demonstrate it because I just crashed, and since this is not an active build of the game, oh actually it is, never mind, it shows it. So here we go. My high score is saved as 1, which is pretty cool, since I got 1 high score. If I fling myself around some more, and I just screwed up again. This game is super hard, so let's try it, or I might just suck. Who knows? But you know what? I kind of like what we're doing. Okay, so here we go. A score of 1. I have to... Okay, but you can see high score and score work. Trust me. I'm really bad with this. But, you know, I got it right here. Boom, look at that. High score is 2. Let's go. And it just died again. So, yeah, there we go. You can now see your score and high score. I've been already saving these values. I just had to implement them with the GUI, so that was pretty easy. Okay, so now when you hit a planet, the game ends. So as well as leaving like the frame or like going too far away, the game ends. Now when you hit a planet, the game also ends. So let me demonstrate. If I shove myself hard enough, boom, there we go. And right now, just to show you guys, my code is pretty ugly. To be honest, I have this toucher script which is attached to my ship, and this is basically to detect touches and apply forces, whatever. Here is my game controller singleton, and I've been like researching a lot about like the best way to like pass data between scripts, and a lot of people say singletons suck. but they're pretty simple to make, so I'm going to do that. And they're a little bit better than using a bunch of public variables like I did in this script. But this controls everything like when the game starts. And I actually use a pretty neat system to control like how the game starts, so, or not how it starts, but how we detect when the like player hits a new planet or like attaches to a new planet. I'm using an event system, so I have another singleton, which is my game events, and this, whenever we hit something, or not hit something, whenever we attach to a new thing, which is triggered here, this line of code right here. So if our like planet that we're attached to now is not the current attached planet, so it's when we jump from one planet to another, and like whichever the current attractor is, that's the green one, we fire this event, and we also give them the ship. This is really bad code design right here, but usually it still works. So if we go back here, you can see when we subscribe to this event right here in the start round. So basically when a new planet is attached to, we step the round. So we start the round up here, and now we step the round, and this just adds them to score. We load the score. Actually, I don't really need that. And we add score, we clear the planet behind you, and we spawn a new planet. So that's basically it. It's super messy. I don't know what I'm doing. But I kind of like C# though. But I just need to get used to it and learn the best practices. Okay, so after a lot of head scratching and a lot of Google searches, the triangle now points to where you click, or I guess away from where you click, and we get a nice little particle effect showing that you're actually like firing it. So here's how it works. Works pretty nicely. Looks pretty cool. Particle effect kind of sucks. I need to figure out how to fix it. And I swear this took me way too long to implement, because I could like start and stop the particle system, but I want the little exhaust, like, because this looks like a rocket, right? A rocket's exhaust does not disappear when you stop the particle system. So I had to find a way to edit the emission. The way I did that was by getting the variable with a var emission equals exhaust emission. This is my particle system exhaust, and setting the rate over time, because for some reason you can't just set exhaust.emission.rate over time, which just seems pretty stupid to me, but who knows. And that took me way too long to implement, and same with this little pointing thing. So like, it was pretty straightforward. Like, I got it off of a YouTube video that I just searched up. But first of all, I messed up the x and y, because for some reason y comes first in this math function and x comes second. But I figured that out, and also I used the wrong vector too. But you know, we figured it out in the end. It points correctly, but I'm not very happy with the particle system. I've always had trouble with making these moving particle systems. I mean, it looks fine, like it's supposed to mimic like the exhaust of like a rocket, you know? But it doesn't really, like, I really don't know how to fix it. But if you guys have any suggestions, then make sure to comment them below. But yeah. Okay, so I'm in a test build of gravity assist. Everything seems to be working fine. I changed the particle system up a little bit to make it look more like fire. It still looked trash, like my ship looks like a freaking flying carrot, but it's the best I could do. I'll get better with it eventually. So I think this is almost ready to be released to itch.io. There's a few more tweaks, like I need to get rid of the green planet, because that was just purely for debugging. And also, if let's just say I kill myself, if I can do it, let's just say I die, if I die, there we go. This play, I need to position it somewhere else, because right now I'm using a pixel offset, and my monitor is 1440p, so it doesn't really work. And I want to make sure it works with all shapes and sizes of monitors. But yeah. And that's about it. I added this play button in the center and added a little outline to it to make it more obvious, and now all of the planets are a little bit different color, except for the first one. First one is always white. You can see the one up there is like grayish, whoops. Not grayish, it's like bluish, greenish, whatever. If I get there, if we check the next planet, it's brown. So all the planets are different colors, just add some spice to the game. I also made the particle effect a little bit better. Now the colors actually change. Still looks like a flying carrot, but it looks like a more appealing flying carrot. So I'll take it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I finished this build and I'm posting it to itch.io. The link for the download will be in the description. Once you get into the game, it's not very intuitive. The first planet is in the top right of your screen, so you just have to orbit around because the camera can't actually see it for like a little while, but it's in the top right. You'll figure it out. And the best score on this game that I've heard so far is my friend who played it. He got a high score of 25. My high score is 6. So let me know if you get ahead of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment any questions and suggestions. Keep in mind though, this build of the game is not going to be developed into an app. I'm going to overhaul everything, make my project a lot better, fix a lot of bugs, make the gameplay actually easy, or not easy, but like a little bit more enjoyable and intuitive. And I will get to that in the next few devlogs. So I hope you guys have a nice day, and goodbye.